fucked.
No, we gotta edit that out now.
Are we recording already?
Yes, it just started.
What do you mean
Well,
what
all right.
do you mean?
We're gonna have a lot for you to cut out at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying that we could bullshit for an hour, get that, and then do the war room
fine.
because we're gonna sit here and bullshit anyway.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to use any of this front part.
Well, we could just spin up a normal episode. It's a half hour in.
Stop.
Half hour in with regular content. We'll talk about like some stuff, and then we'll get into the war room. You know what it is.
Okay, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Look at my nice
Immediately
wicker
sabotage the whole.
I
That's
did.
a nice ottoman.
Can't
Sorry,
believe you didn't realize
My
that.
dog is pumped. I shouldn't even grab the ball.
Oh,
This is all
that's
gonna
my
be cut
bad.
anyway. So.
Yeah. We're not even recording right now.
Right.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Okay. You caught me. You caught me. It was a ruse.
Hey, you gotta talk into the top of it.
I have to talk like this the whole time.
Into
huh?
the tip.
But it's
I love
it's
the
that
tip.
nice balance you gotta find because like the first
You gotta
couple like
smell it.
I was like really close and some like everyone else was really far, so it was super loud.
Actually
Yeah.
stinks like really bad.
What?
it's
the,
fresh
brand
out of the
new.
box.
the microphone?
Fucking foam.
So what'd you do to it?
Oh, the foam?
It's brand new.
What are you doing to it at night? I don't fucking know.
Literally, it's been in a box. What are you talking about?
What
We
else
just
was-
unpackaged
What
it.
else was in that box?
It's a dick cozy.
What's
It's
in
a-
the box?
That's the only answer I needed. Give me that.
It is
It
the,
gets cold, I think.
it is the smallest
I
pocket
need
spoon.
to get a little warm.
All right, guys. Hey, how's it going? Talks Too Much with Third Party Studios. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are actually recording on location from Slim's bachelor party. We have a guest, a friend of the channel. We have
Yeah.
Mithras, Jamie in the house. How's it going, my dude? Thanks for joining us.
I'm here finally.
Yeah, it took you only about.
Did it.
Yeah, this is your first. This is
Were we
our.
waiting on you?
I
I
didn't
think
so.
No.
I think you were
I hope not.
mentioned. I think you were mentioned in the second episode.
I'm
or
really
something.
hard to reach.
Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But
We'll
in,
get him on here eventually. Episode 24.
so thanks.
We
I
did
really
it.
like the anticipation, guy.
So thank you for joining us,
Just
man.
in case you don't know, I'm that buff dude with the Minecraft face, I think.
Buff dude.
Yeah,
In the
we got your
movie.
artwork in.
That's
so
right, we do.
we have his
Oh.
artwork. We have
That's
his
why
and
this is
Col-
okay. That's why I can be on here.
We have his and Colton's. So thanks for joining us, man. Really appreciate you being on the recording. We'll have some fun. With me, as always, are my
fun.
co-hosts. We have the Cody.
What's up? I got a question though. Why'd you say live on location? It's like we're at a special event or something. Like,
It is a special.
Did I say live on location? I said
Yes, you
recording on
did.
location.
yeah. It's
Thought
like
so.
we're at fucking beer fest.
We are
It's like,
live.
we're gonna
It's
comment.
gonna be tomorrow.
I guess it is.
All right, we're
Do you consider a Michelob Ultra beer?
we're
Yeah.
recording
That's
live.
my that's my breakfast beer.
Well, I'm
I'll have one tomorrow too.
So this is my breakfast supper, I guess.
I'll have one tomorrow too.
Well,
fine.
and interesting that Cody's over there sporting the dark blue sweater because in the other corner we have
Spoiler alert.
alert.
It's red.
It's the red jumper.
The red
Again.
jumper.
It's a meme now.
It's
You're
a
gonna
me.
show up in an all red tracksuit.
I should for the wedding.
Just
Oh, come on, a red suit.
that is guaranteed to not get you married.
It would. If she'd start like walking down the aisle and I was in a red suit, she'd be like,
What is going on?
She'd turn
Surprise.
around. Be like, I am debating this decision.
Sorry,
at that
Father.
point,
We're
it's
gonna
too
cut
late.
this one
Yeah,
short.
you see her standing there for like 30 seconds as the music continues to play, just looking around. You can turn around.
Does anyone?
We're gonna
object
talk
to
about this
yet?
on our
Yeah.
first dance, guys.
Oh yeah, are we doing anything as like groomsmen for this whole thing? Anything special?
What do you mean?
Well, like dances or funny tropes where we carry the
Well-
groom in.
well-
do we have to do a baseball thing again?
No,
Like-
I'm not doing. I'm not lame, so no. I was gonna let.
That got really tacky.
I was
got
gonna
really
let you
specific.
guys decide what you're all coming in and do whatever you want. I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Thank God I'm not a
Who
part of this.
cares? Now you are.
Can
You've
I
been
just,
on the
like, see
podcast,
people?
you're
You
in.
can be the matron of honor.
You
The
can have-
matron.
The
Yeah,
flower
there you
girl.
go.
The matron saint.
You can just
You
have
can
my-
walk down the aisle with like
You can just
four
have my
young
spot
girls.
if you want.
I'd make a
I'm already
kick-ass
fitted for
flower
a
girl.
2XL vest. It's all yours.
Holy cow.
I'd go in
Yeah.
like
Ginormous.
Dana
Norman.
Carvey
That fit.
and
Jimmy is a
master
fucking
disguise.
No, you were an act. No,
I was
you
a-
were a small.
I was a small.
Brent's
which
a
was
That's
weird.
right. I went the wrong way. He put me down into it. He actually wanted to put me in a large. That's what it was.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I
That's
was
too
like,
small
"You're
for
fucking
you.
nuts." There's no
Brent
way.
went into a large, and you're way bigger than him.
So
I'm
we-
an XL. I knew what I was comfortable in.
No one listening has any clue what you guys are fucking talking about right
We're
now.
talking
We're talking
about
about fitting
vests and
tux
suits.
We're
and
gonna go off the
fittings and-
rails for about an hour.
Which is fair.
That
Which is
sounds
fair.
fine.
I'm just saying.
We definitely haven't.
If
been
you don't want to
drinking.
listen to this, fast forward to the end. Nobody cares. That's what I do.
Well,
I love
Last
guests
time we
that
have
tell us.
Mithra song.
I love guests that tell our subscribers not to listen.
I like
It's really good promotional material for
I
the
like
channel.
that one we were doing.
Make
I
that
was
into a YouTube short.
like, thanks for the one guy still watching. Planks.
That was
it was like an hour and 2 minutes in. I was like, yeah, he's the only one who makes it this far.
That's fair. I made it to all your stuff. I like your streams.
No,
We're
I meant-
talking about
that
the
was
podcast.
Oh, wait, what?
It was like our last one or the one before.
Oh, the
that.
live one we did?
No, we're talking about view times.
No. We
Oh.
were talking about view times, and we're an hour in, and I was like, yeah, the one viewer
Oh.
who makes it this far into it. Blanks.
Honestly, the channel content's gotten so much better, though. And I'm really happy that I made that effort for it. But, yeah,
Like
you...
that noise?
What?
You like that?
No, we're moving
It
on.
was right here. You'll hear it later. Well, Jimmy will hear it in editing.
Anywho, what do you guys want to talk about?
I want to talk about the writers and actors strikes.
Yeah,
Still going on?
Day
That's a thing?
106, 105, something
Yeah,
like that.
it's been going on for a while now, and I'm just...
So I think, and I don't think you guys did this at the first one. Can you kind of like go over like what they're demanding or what they're expecting?
Yeah, I can go over
I
the...
honestly don't know.
I don't know
Money.
anything about this other than what I listened
Money,
to you guys'
well, I get
podcast.
that, but I'm
So-
sure there's more demands and rights and blah blah blah.
The
More money
most
than they were
people
making
need
before.
rights.
The most prominent demands that so there's more, and even individual actors inside of these unions will want their own individual things. But
Well,
the
yeah.
basic,
Everyone's got to get a slice of the pie.
the biggest demands that it seems to
I
be the
prefer
case
cake.
are that they do want more money, yes, but the biggest concerns that they have are the AI.
Oh,
So
I did hear a
it's-
little about that.
It's writers being concerned that they're going to be blocked out of the writing room and lose their jobs to AI. It's actors concerned about some of the demands
Isn't
that
this
the
taken the wrong fucking way then? Like, oh, we don't want AI to take our
No,
job,
they
but let's
also-
all stop working.
they
Aren't they
also
going to try to
want,
implement AI into the work then to supplement this?
Well, Hollywood's been
Double-edged
using
sword.
AI for a while, but I mean, it's the AI for the actors side of things. It's the artificial reproduction of the likeness of individuals who find themselves on set.
That's
So-
a lot of big
Are
words
they-
for you.
Are they trying to make? Are they
You
trying
say that a
to
lot
take?
during these things, don't you?
Yeah. Are they trying to take a stand right now to prove
It's
a
just
point
'cause
that
I
the
think he's
AI
stupid.
cannot replace them?
I think that they're
Like,
concerned
go
that
ahead, AI. Try to do our job, and they'll try to do it for a while, and it's gonna fall through and be terrible.
I don't think that's it because right now,
I do.
the stance they're taking right now is strategic in the sense that AI has some limitations right now. The specific requirement is that they don't want to be put into a position where they have to give up the rights to their own likeness. So, for example, they'll pull an extra. They'll give him $50 for the day, pull him in off the street, put him in a film, and then Warner Brothers, as an example, will take their in agreement for the $50 and the right to be an extra on set. Warner Brothers will have them sign away the rights to their likeness. So Warner Brothers can use AI to reproduce them in future content in perpetuity without them having any rights to their likeness in film.
I thought this was more of an issue of residuals for streaming.
It's definitely on the board. I mean, the AI
that
one
mean?
seems to be the most prominent, but the
Getting
stream.
money anytime your show is watched on stream.
Oh.
Well,
so royalties
So streaming's really
kinda,
not going to die.
a form of royalties, kind of then, huh?
Well,
They want the royalties.
Well, AI reproduction of content.
not
So
the
I
same
debated
thing,
this. I debated this with Cody off of recording, but we've been talking about whether or not AI is a good or a bad thing in Hollywood in general.
You and I talked about this, and I said bad.
I say good. I say good for a couple of reasons.
I got bad, but I'm slowly changing my mind.
Here's the argument. Here's the argument for good. AI assisting people with writing or AI assisting people with creating content is a rising tide that raises all ships. It makes it so that small content creators with zero budget and limited expertise can still create stories, can still create content, and bring them up to par and compete with bigger platforms, bigger studios who have this budget, who have an endless supply of money and resources to throw at projects, and then eventually fail with them anyway. So that's what I'm getting at with AI being a good thing. So if you just are if you're just on the no to AI thing, that's my position on it, is that independent creators can use this as a tool to actually compete. It's the great equalizer.
You're saying this with a glass half full perspective, and I don't think you're. Well, I know you realize this, but I don't think I know. I'm trying to process this to word it correctly. I see the dangers in it. You're thinking like all of a sudden you're like, oh yes, smaller companies can use this or smaller writers can do this. I'm thinking of all of a sudden Disney can write out every small business person that's ever could look for help or any person who's trying to jump on the scene who's brand new.
So you think they'll flood?
It's gonna crush any person who's coming new onto the scene.
Well, so there's an assumption there that the quality of Disney's work will improve beyond the standard they've set for themselves today.
I don't think.
Well,
that's
there
gonna
only
matter.
is up. You can only go up for Disney's quality.
You
Well, I don't
say
think
that.
I don't think it matters.
Now we
I
have
think-
Snow White coming,
I
and
think
it's
they
literally
can
as
flood the market.
You think so?
Completely flood it. Who
True.
cares if it's all bad? If you completely flood everything and you make a couple dollars out of everything, if you make a 2 billion things,
Well, I think that you have. So smaller creators and AI is equally powerful for almost anyone. The only distinction when it comes to AI is the wielder of it. You know, a marksman hits his shot with a bow.
that's what
See,
scares
it matters.
me.
It matters.
That's what scares me.
It matters who swings the bigger stick, but it matters a
Disney
hell
has
of
a
a lot more
huge
who's
fucking
swinging it.
stick,
Yeah.
so that's why I think it's bad.
I'm not concerned about flooding. So how many items do you scroll past and don't touch?
About 100.
So,
All of them.
but
Per
you
one.
It doesn't matter if
But
all
you
of a sudden
find-
Disney pays Facebook or whatever to post only their things. If 99 out of 100 is Disney, you're gonna see
Sure.
only Disney stuff.
So you don't believe in the free market in this context.
Is that their?
Not if they're throwing money at stuff.
Is that
you
their
gotta
competitor?
know that people pay off whatever to show their content.
Right. No, YouTube would be a great example of this. So like
Exactly.
if Disney was like, our Disney streaming platform sucks ass and nothing on it's good, but we want to flood the market, we'll go to YouTube, we'll go to
We'll
Kick,
go to
we'll go to Twitch, we'll
Facebook,
go to
we'll go to
independent
everything.
creators. Well,
If they wanted to, that's all you'd ever see is Disney stuff. If they wanted to,
But I
they
think-
got enough money.
but I don't agree because I make damn good effort to avoid Disney content, and I think all of us, I mean, most of us, I don't know about you, Jamie, but I think the
you're
majority of
here.
us have made pretty decent efforts to avoid a lot of the crappy content we see coming and we know is coming.
I don't put an effort into it.
Well, so it's even easy for you. You avoid the content with.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
around. For
saying-
You're
me.
playing Frogger with no cars on the
But
road.
I'm saying
it's like
it's subtly. You're just flipping through Facebook or shorts or whatever you're doing. It's gonna come up all the time.
But platforms can only survive if like the content on them is good. So a platform like Facebook
about that?
can't survive if no one wants to be on it because there's no good content. So that's the same thing. That's a
I think
great example.
with
That's Threads.
our generation, but younger generation who just has such a short attention span. I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
well, a great example of this would be Threads, right? Like Facebook's new Threads app. The content on Threads is
No one's
horrible.
on
No
Facebook
idea
anymore.
what
They're
I don't know
all-
what that
they're
is.
all
You guys
on
don't know what
X.
Threads
That
is?
No.
Cody, rescue me here. You know what Threads is?
I haven't had social media since 2012, bro.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm barely on Facebook.
Let me.
I just recently found out what YouTube Shorts was. Leave me.
Okay. then let me get
I'm
this out
still on
then.
Snapchat.
It's like I was gonna say it's like TikTok BS. I know that.
So Facebook wanted to compete with Twitter,
highly addictive.
creating its own short messaging application where you would post your message, it goes out into the ether.
We're old.
Unlike Twitter, where everything is chronologically ordered and you only see people you follow and certain recommendeds, Threads was everything goes into the community feed, not necessarily in chronological order, and so you don't even see people you're following. You see everyone,
That's
and
horrible.
everyone's garbage. Now,
I hate that.
now imagine.
TikTok all of a sudden.
Now imagine if you went on Facebook and the only
But
thing
such
you
good
saw on
success.
Facebook.
Why not copy it?
Well-
They copied Vine, so why not?
Yeah, Vine did first. Yeah.
So imagine you went on Facebook and the only thing you saw was Disney and Warner Brother. So you saw the CW
I'm a
and you
dad.
saw like Fox.
I'm a dad, so that's all I get to watch at home, anyways.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you're
Sounds
saying
great to
if we have kids, we have to watch
And
Disney.
I'm not saying that's all you
I'm
get
saying
flooded
whether
with.
you
I'm
want to or
saying-
not, you don't get a choice.
I gotcha.
And I'm not saying like all you would see across your whole feed on any of those is just Disney back to back. I'm saying you'd go through, see 10 things of your friends posting stuff, and all of a sudden an ad would show up. It'd be Disney. All of a sudden you'd see 4 things. It'd be a TikTok thing or whatever of something. I'm saying they could flood the market and make it subtle. They're smarter than us.
I'm just saying, we talked about Disney enough that my phone's gonna be fucking spammed.
It's gotta be, for sure.
3 days straight. So thanks for nothing.
You're welcome.
But
To be fair,
lucky for you, I like Disney still.
how okay, can you
have
explain this from the
kids.
normie perspective?
The normie perspective is that I
There's
grew up
children
with
that
Disney.
get distracted by
I
it.
love Disney, and I just don't look into the.
So you just ignore all of this.
That sounds nice.
Never knew about any of it until I honestly listened to your first podcast, and then by that point, it doesn't even matter because I have children.
Who
that
cares,
watch
right?
Everything. My whole mind is,
Dude,
I
I'm
don't care.
with you. Who cares? If it distracts your children, it's doing its job, right?
My kid, I mean, this is all my TV is used for, is basically glorified Disney Channel. My kids watch, what the hell is the show called? Spidey and His Amazing Friends, like a
That's a long
bobblehead
name.
version cartoon of Spider-Man.
MJ is currently going through a transitional phase in her life, and
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Sorry.
No way.
That's a man, baby.
That's a
Yeah.
man.
Oh, God.
But I mean, everything they watch is Disney or
Spidey's
Nickelodeon.
webs
I
come
mean,
out of
it's-
his
it's the
ass.
stuff we watched when we were kids. just
That's not real.
It's
might
not,
be
though.
not as good.
No.
Well,
but
it's not
that's
a
because
It's more
I think
accurate.
Everything is garbage compared to what I watched as a kid.
Well, it's not
so-
a quality of content issue. It's that there's overt political messaging inside of the content now.
I agree with that. I mean, you don't need that crap in a kid show.
No, shouldn't
And-
be in a kid show, but it's not made for the kids. That's made for the parents who get stuck watching it.
The Proud Family
So-
remake is
Yeah, I never
not
watched
made
that.
for parents. That's not true.
I haven't watched the
He
beginning.
didn't-
I didn't think
he didn't
I
say
didn't
anything
like
about
the
the
original
Proud
Proud Family, so I don't care.
I didn't really
No,
like
I know,
that show
but
either.
but I'm saying the
Never heard
content
of it.
on the content on Disney that has the
They're
political
pretty
messaging in it is specifically targeting kids, and it's targeting kids when their parents aren't looking. It's
Well, it's like you got that Transformers one that's using.
I saw that.
That's
I saw
what was
that.
Non-binary
pronoun
That
one?
was
Transformers.
bullshit.
That was the pronoun one.
yeah.
I would never,
Yeah, never heard of
ever
that
let
one
my
yet
kid
either,
watch
so-
that.
What's that on?
Hmm?
What's that on?
It's
I
some
don't fucking
animated
know.
Transformers.
Yeah, on what?
I think it's on Cartoon Network
Heck
still.
if I know.
I've
I
never
don't
heard
watch
of that
an
one.
animated.
I don't watch Transformers.
Transformers?
I didn't like the live action movies of that either. So I'm not
I
a
watched like the
Transformers
first
guy.
couple. That's about it.
They got rid
It's
of
'cause
Megan
they're
Fox, and I hated it.
Big
so.
robots fighting. I'm a dumb college kid. I love it. And it's like, let them fight.
Well, I mean, I think that the messaging inside of kids' content probably started with Sesame Street. They had the autistic girl in this autistic girl in Sesame Street.
I remember that a little bit.
I think it's like her name was Amy or something in it, and she was super autistic.
Amy the
Not even
Autist.
not even a little autistic. She was super
It
autistic.
I
even
don't even know
kinda
if I watched much
rhymes.
Sesame Street growing up.
Well-
I grew up on Clifford and Arthur, which probably had it too, but
Yep.
not
alright.
like I remember any episodes
I had-
in that. They're still
I had-
going on, so what
I
do
had
I
some
know?
Clifford and Arthur, and yep, I remember that too.
I watched Dragon Tales as a kid.
I remember that too.
you
yeah.
know.
Well, we're-
Shit, I haven't heard that come up in
Yeah,
a
Dragon
long
Tales.
time.
Dragon Tales.
Yeah.
Almost time for
we're all
Dragon
we're all
Tales.
about the same age.
Lord, take my hand.
Okay.
Let's all go to Dragon Land.
We're gonna get copyright struck.
Not
just from that, we
Not off of that. No, we're safe.
It's
We're
been,
safe.
it's been irrelevant for 25 years.
No one's gonna tie those two
Some
songs
guy's
together.
been like, "This is my break." 72 subscribers.
That one is for my wife, so I can prove I know the songs to things still. So
Well, when it
My
comes,
break. I need that monetary value,
That's a weird
buddy.
one.
I don't think that flooding the market with mediocre content
You don't think so?
is. I think people are becoming more critical and learning how to spot
It's all
content that they
QAnon
don't
shit.
like.
I think you're giving too much credit to the public.
Well,
I give
I
no
think
credit
the
to the
public's a
public.
bunch of idiots.
We're all
well,
stupid.
hold on. Indiana
Us sitting
Jones.
right here, we're stupid.
By all
concur.
standards, Indiana Jones should have succeeded if the audience was as ignorant as we think. But
I
because
saw the title of that movie, and my thought was, this is gonna be
Wrong.
the dumbest thing in the world.
I agree with that, but I think
Dial of
people are
Dysentery.
starting getting
Dial
into
of
this.
Destiny. What the fuck?
sick
What
of
kind
this-
stupid
this
title is
wokeness.
this?
Some 13-year-old wrote it.
Even
That's
though
what it
Barbie did
seems
well,
like.
I guess I suppose, but
Well, Barbie wasn't a remake, and so I think people were apt to give it a chance. But I also think
especially with the name value.
No,
I
it was
guess.
marketed very well. It looked like
That's
a,
true. It was.
yeah.
It was.
It looked
I
like
agree.
a dumb, fun comedy where they're
with Barbie
it's
having
like
being a
parody
Barbie.
almost.
Yep.
Yeah, and it turned out to be that. So I agree with that. But
A lot of people still enjoyed it because it's like, yeah, it has this huge feminist message, but it's in a Barbie movie, so who really gives a shit?
yeah,
then?
that
Well, there was that
kind of was Barbie's thing.
that
for
reported
a bit there, wasn't
woman-
it?
That's what she's known for.
that woman who
Fuck,
Kinda
reported
a
that
little bit.
she broke
she's a
up
lawyer.
with her.
She's a doctor. She's got a mansion.
She's
She's
everything.
kind of true.
That woman broke up with her fiance because she went to the Barbie movie and said he had to change, and then he didn't understand what she was telling him, so she just broke up with him and canceled their engagement.
What a dumb. Okay.
It was like he
Dumb
lucked
broad.
out
He
on that
lucked
one.
out then. What a dumb woman.
Dodged a
Yeah, no
Barbie
kidding.
bullet.
A Barbie bullet. The BB.
But I mean,
The Barbie bullet.
let's say that you have 100. I'm just trying to use rounded numbers here. Let's say you have 100 mediocre made Disney films produced and created by AI. And let's say you have 2 independent pieces of content that come out in relation. Let's say it's a 2 to 100 relation, or 1 to 50
So
relation.
1 to 50, got it. That's exactly what I was going to
We're
say.
gonna do some maths.
Anyways,
Right.
where we're going with this.
Well, let's say it's
Which one wins?
let's say it is 1 to 50.
That's exactly.
Disney wins.
I agree.
I don't think they do.
Disney wins 100% because they own the market.
Yeah, there's a shitload of good independent movies out right now. It's just no one knows about them.
Yeah. But AI can actually be used for helping with marketing too. AI, if people learn how to use AI, it will be a very useful tool.
He just wants Skynet.
I don't, but here's
Quit
what
arguing for it.
here's what I think people are failing to realize. The genie is out of the bottle. What are you going to do? What is
Not
anyone
really.
going to do? What do you mean not really?
The lamp's been rubbed twice. We
The
can't rub it one more time or we're done for.
the AI AI in a lot of
terminology I
contexts is
use.
open source now. They have a lot of AI
that's my
open
bad.
sourced AI based content now, or AI based platforms and software now. Even if we don't run with AI, other countries will. I'm not oblivious to the dangers of AI. I just think people need to wake up to the fact that we need to learn how to use it masterfully rather than be second to learn it. That's what I think. And I think that when it comes to creating media, specifically creating media, I think you have so many content creators who want to make good works, and this will help them get their content out. And I think that is a good thing. If Disney makes 100 shit films, if Warner Brothers makes 1,000 shit films, I know that that's 1,000 shit films I'm not going to see. I haven't tuned into anything Star Wars since The Last Jedi.
What, you're not stoked for the Ahsoka show?
You don't
Not
watch
even
the-
a little bit.
You don't watch the Bad Batch or Kenobi or any
No.
of that?
No, I haven't
No.
touched
You're
anything
missing
Star
out on
Wars.
some good stuff, dude.
Is it pretty good?
Bad
I
Batch
haven't
is
watched
awesome.
Any of it yet.
I heard Kenobi sucked ass.
Kobe is dude.
and
you're
there was a
missing out.
lot of dumb shit in it.
No, I
Like the
Okay,
whole-
there was some dumb stuff in it, but welcome to
I
the
have to
show.
give an hour of
Like-
my time to watch this,
Well,
so I don't have a time to put my
well, hold on.
into TV.
If
Well,
you're gonna
I'm
watch
glad you chose
anything,
correct.
Ahsoka,
If
Bad
you're
Batch, and Kenobi were all made by AI. That's not true, but I'm just fucking. I'm just fucking.
then they're good. Love AI. This
I
is the
guess you
best.
really love it.
I 180'd on my
If you're
position.
gonna watch any of it, watch the Bad Batch. It's really
I
good.
still have to finish season 2 of The Mandalorian. I'm a little behind.
You
on
could
things.
skip that. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah?
stop at season 1.
Oh,
Stop
alright.
at season 1. The rest of it's all side quests, and he's trying to level up to fight somebody. I don't know. You could stop.
We're playing Diablo. All
he,
right.
he might as well be. He's like,
No, it's-
I'm going to get 8 loaves of bread. I'll be back.
It's
Oh,
the
so it's like playing Dragon Quest all of a sudden. Gotcha.
It's
It
the
really is.
Mandalorian's quest to become a mother.
Basically is. I need to level up Yoda.
Get Baby Yoda level 60.
He needs mind control level 3. It's like, come
Take
on.
your healing potions
Come
quick.
on.
I like how no one takes into account that Baby Yoda is actually 50 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's older than
Still a
Jin.
baby for him.
Yeah.
Isn't he older than that? I don't
If
know.
anything's that retarded for 50 years straight, I'm not carrying it around with me.
You're like, wow, you're still this dumb.
You're even in a floating wheelchair.
It
You're
takes you-
just a vegetable. You're just,
So what, you hit puberty 150 years from now? Fuck off.
that's horrible.
So then you're gonna be a dick teenager for 50 years. It's awful.
Oh my god.
I can't do this.
It's like teenage Groot.
No, you're supposed to be
Yeah.
wise.
Groot. I'm Groot.
Watch your mouth.
So yeah, then you take it. So Yoda would be that dumb fuck for 50 years straight too.
That's what I'm saying.
Where he's like a 2-year-old for that entire time. It's
Yep.
like, so you're only wise because you're technically in your 70s, I guess, at that point.
Yeah.
Instead of like,
700s.
he's like 900 when he died.
Yeah.
900 and change, to be fair. To be fair.
I was rounding
He only
down
hit
or
those
up.
wise years 7 years before. Death.
Yeah, he only hit those wise years at the
I was
beginning of the
still
Clone Wars.
maturing up until this point.
He was still in his midlife crisis before episode 1.
Did you guys
Very
ever
long midlife crisis. Put me out of my misery before I get to that point.
Dude,
Did
he's
you
got a
guys ever
fuckload
watch
of
the
Corvettes.
Did you guys ever watch the bad lip readings? Those YouTube videos where they did the bad lip reading?
Yeah, I watched a bunch of the sports ones.
They did the one with Yoda when he was training Luke on Dagobah in the swamp. He's like, "The seagulls keep pecking my head. Seagulls, stop it now." Ho, 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 ho.
You know,
Bad
in order
lip-
to get the
bad lip
context
reading.
of that, you also need to watch the scene that you're
Bad lip reading of a puppet, basically.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Oh, yeah. Old Yoda was great.
Yeah, but he was only old for that last 20 years.
Yeah.
He was in his prime for that.
Yeah.
No, he was old in
Look at my 80 fucking flips I just did. Trying to fight off. Who the fuck did he fight in the...
Dooku.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith? I haven't seen these movies in a long time.
No, that was Clone Wars.
He
Clone
fought
Wars?
he
Yep.
fought Dooku in Clone Wars to save
Yeah.
Anakin and Obi-Wan, and then he fought Palpatine
Palpatine. That was the fight I'm thinking of. Then that's Revenge
in
of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
Right before Anakin.
That one was
Has
a little
fun with those
goofy, to be
girls.
honest.
The Revenge of the Sith fight or
Yeah.
Dooku fight.
No, Yoda versus Sidious and Revenge of the Sith was a bit goofy.
It was a
It was
little.
for the
That was
fans.
goofy.
It was a little weird. I don't think it's.
They just
'Cause
needed
in
him.
Sirius,
They
it's
just
just
needed
like
a
all
big
of a
bad
sudden-
guy to fight the big good guy. That's
Yeah.
what they needed.
Well,
They
I mean,
should have been
Mace
taken
Windu
way
should have
more
lived.
seriously.
That would have been
especially
a more cool fight. That would've
especially
cool fight.
considering that Sidious had just wiped the floor with 4 other masters.
Yeah.
Well, 3.5.
been 3.
and a half.
Anakin killed Mace Windu.
No.
Technically, not.
No, Mace Windu's still alive. We're just waiting for him to show up
in
in the
season 4 of The Mandalorian.
in the Ahsoka. or some
Spoiler,
shit.
guys, for the future.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
a prophet.
Oh, they are bringing Anakin back for Ahsoka.
I know. I'm so excited to see him.
Eh.
I really like the voice actor.
Well, what is he gonna? Is he?
No,
gonna,
it's
is
not
it?
the voice actor. It's Hayden.
I
Yeah.
know it's him.
No, I thought you were talking about the
Then
voice
he's
actor.
going to voice act.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the voice actor for the Clone Wars.
He's gonna voice act as
He
He did
Vader.
a good job though.
He was good.
I did really like that show.
He's gonna voice act Vader. Is that
No,
what he's-
Anakin, because he's gonna show how he trained Ahsoka, and then he's gonna
So it's flashbacks and stuff.
basically how that's how Obi-Wan the Obi-Wan series did it.
Oh, okay.
Granted, and I'm not saying I wanted to see heavy CGI on them, but I wish they did a little because they're like sparring. They were
de-aging?
sparring, and they're both their current age. I'm like, you guys
Yeah, I
look as
think-
old as us.
I think
and, like,
Hayden's 40, and he was playing like an 18-year-old.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
I appreciate it, but
I do, and I know the budget was low at the time, and I get it, understand. And you don't want a heavy CGI stuff, but I was like, do a little. You look 40.
Hayden Christensen was really an underutilized actor in Hollywood.
I think so.
He-
Have you
the-
seen Awake?
No,
That's a really good movie.
but I think he could have
I think
played
he
a
nailed
lot.
it.
He could have played a lot of different. He could have played a lot of different things. I mean,
And I said this in one of our casts. Episode 3 is my favorite. I love
Yeah,
that
that's my
movie.
favorite one.
yeah.
Very
The
good.
thing is,
that fight scene between him and Kenobi and Mustafar is so good.
I think the Last
Little long,
Jedi
but-
is actually my favorite.
the problem
It
with
was the perfect length.
all the complaints with Hayden playing.
Don't what?
It was the perfect length.
It was.
What?
It was
Don't say
very
too
good.
long.
That's
It
what
was
she
very
said.
good. Yeah.
It's just a.
Anyway.
it's
Too long.
Just a bit.
Don't say that.
People were having problems with Hayden Christensen back in the day, and it was more towards the
I want to watch
writing,
that movie.
the writing and the dialogue that he had to
Okay.
deliver.
Yeah.
And George Lucas admits he's like, I can't write dialogue. I'm not good at it.
And so Hayden had to run his own dialogue.
No, so it's just like the complaints is like he comes off kind of weird and stiff or whatnot because the dialogue was kind of
Well, it does
shit.
a bit, but he's a 17, 18-year-old kid. And he's like, yeah, of course. He's an.
I'm horny. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
he's awkward and horny. Leave him alone.
I got Natalie Portman in front of me.
I have
what do
this
you want
re-
from me?
I have this genuinely super loose hanging robe right now, and I'm trying to conceal a boner because I'm hanging out with Natalie fucking Portman.
This bitch is in all leather right now.
Yeah.
I can't see this relationship going forward half naked.
I cannot
Come
hear-
on, Natalie. You know what you're doing.
She's
Give me two
saying,
different signals here.
she's saying, I love you. I'm like, I'm just supposed to hold it in? Like, what the fuck do you expect from me? This is unreasonable. You're asking way too much.
I'm only a Jedi, not master. I didn't get that right.
Master Vader.
Conceal your penis must be.
Today we're gonna learn about concealment.
Meditate on this, you must.
Baseball,
So
baseball,
this is the
baseball, baseball.
lightsaber you've been hiding from me.
Conceal your boner. you must do.
Dinosaurs. There's no way the T-Rex could have been that big.
Pod racing. Pod racing.
No way. Pottery.
Pod racing. Come on.
Oh, I thought he said pottery.
Pottery too. That's a good one.
That's distracting. That's distracting.
That's. This gives you some dirty dancing.
No,
fucking
they
bastard.
use it.
Going the wrong way.
Jamie, what do you think for like the Harry Potter show that's going to come out on HBO? Have
I'm
you heard of
excited for that.
There's
Yeah?
a show.
That's
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
about
they're-
to have 7 seasons
Yeah,
of like.
season a book.
Yeah, every book's supposed to
Have
have
its own
season, and they're
So
talking
it's
about
a
like
remake, basically.
Yeah.
the remake. New people knew everything.
It's
So
kind of
Harry, Hermione,
They're
all
not,
them.
Yeah.
they're not
It's-
part of this project.
Oh,
But
it's like
no. Like
no,
it's
not the actors,
It's
but
literally
yeah.
Harry Potter books 1 through 7.
Right.
But they're doing it as
so
a series
that's
now.
what I'm
not
saying.
movies.
Is it Harry and
Yes.
Hermione and Ron, but
Yes.
they're different actors?
The thing
It's the
is,
Yes.
exact
though,
same thing you just
Yes.
watched in
the
the
thing
movies.
is,
but it's longer.
all
Okay.
they have
longer.
to do
I
though,
was just making
and
sure.
it'll be done right. They won't skip all the important shit
Okay.
that they left out of all the
Maybe.
movies.
it depends
no,
if
they better do this right. I'll
yes,
be pissed.
they have to follow the book. That is it. That's all they have to
They
do.
miss so much
Are the
shit.
books good?
The books are
The
great.
books are really good.
Have you ever
Just
read the
fuck with
books?
you guys. No.
You know
I
how
just
much?
started.
You know how
I
much-
don't read.
You know, like
Well,
Dobby
listen to
from the
'em.
second fucking movie.
What's that?
Dobby the elf.
Oh yeah.
You know when he shows up in the second movie and how he doesn't show up again till like the last movie? He's
Basically.
in the fucking Goblet of Fire a lot, and
He's
nobody
in like
ever
the whole
s-
series. You
he's
got the
there a
whole
lot.
House Elf thing. Oh, what's it called? Spew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you
Say
think-
sorry.
do you think
Harry
they're gonna-
doesn't beat Voldemort because he's just better than him. That's a
Spoilers.
load
I
of
haven't read the last book
bullshit.
yet.
Then
I'm on
read-
6.
Then
How
read
old
the
is the
thing.
book?
Are we
Oh,
spoiled?
I'm on 6.
Spoilers
I
are
don't know.
allowed
Are
at
you
this
reading
point.
though?
Spoilers.
No, I'm listening to
Snape
him.
kills
I think I
Dumbledore.
am.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Are you really? Are you reading him actually? I won't.
Yeah,
ruin it.
yeah, I'm
I
on
won't
6.
actually ruin it for you. No, that seventh book explains so much as to why Harry actually wins and why it's
But
possible.
that doesn't they? Okay, I mean, obviously, don't spoil it.
I'm
but
not going to
like,
spoil anything.
It's
But,
because
like,
they
I can
destroyed the
spoil it to you
Horcruxes.
later.
no,
Cody doesn't wanna hear it,
But
so-
like, they go into a little. I've watched the movie
My
just
guy's been
once.
like 20
So obviously, I
years and I
probably don't
still
know
don't
They
exactly.
don't
know
go
that
into it
looks
at
cool.
all. They
But-
they totally. They,
But Snape kills Dumbledore, so he doesn't have the
Yep.
Elder Wand, and then
What?
I was like, dude, you've seen the fucking movies. But anyways,
I can't
so
even
then,
say it because I'm going to ruin it for Cody.
So then he
immediately.
gets the wand. He can't. He's not the true owner. It's probably
there's-
more
but there's-
No,
complicated
Draco
than
Draco
that.
is
It
the
is
one
more
that
complicated.
disarmed him.
But it's not like
you already know it.
That's
so
part of
they-
the
that's
movie.
All you know, all you need to know
What'd you
about
say?
this.
Drake disarms him. Draco.
yeah. That's what I was getting to. Is like obviously
This whole
he's
thing.
not the owner.
The whole thing with the whole who owns the wand from the beginning is Harry, and he owns it because it's literally
Spoiler
Draco.
alert for you
Spoiler
later,
alerts
Cody.
for anybody who's never read the book. I don't care. It's 15 years later.
Cody's not here anymore, so go ahead.
Yeah, it's literally like you got me all frustrated. I got to think about this now again. Draco technically kills Dumbledore because he gives him the ring that curses him, so he's already set to die. It's technically the wand is now officially Draco's before anything's even discussed. And then in the middle of their duel, when they're at the Draco Manor, when Harry disarms Draco, that's technically him saying, I own the wand, before Draco even knows that the fucking wand is his. And then when Harry's fighting Voldemort, it's bullshit because it's one of those things where basically he's fighting his wand with his wand. So which one's going to win? I wonder. It's going to be Harry's wand.
This is the most flimsy wand I've ever seen.
Well,
It's a
and then the whole
slut.
movie ends.
This wand
and
is a
It's kind
whore.
of shit writing.
When they end the freaking Harry Potter movie, they have him breaking the Elder Wand and throwing it in the freaking river. It's like, that's not what he does. He fixes his own wand with the Welder Wand.
Welder wand.
Welder Wand. You got me.
They welded together.
That's essentially what it is. And then I think
Gets
he
his visor
and
on.
then he actually, from what I remember, I think he actually brings it back and he buries it with Dumbledore again. It's like
Sure.
it ends with him kind of thing. But he fixes his own wand. And there's like a big sentimental thing of, this is what I've had since the beginning.
Does
So
Hey,
the
what-
story ever like go more onto that death whole book thing, the Deathly Hallows book? I always thought that was the most interesting part
the
of
whole
any
book
any of
is
it. That whole
interesting.
that whole like death
I
gave
saw
like
some chick with
3
that
gifts.
tattoo the other day.
I thought
what
about
would
that a
happen-
long
fuck
time
did
for
that
one
come
of them.
from?
What would happen if someone
Deathly
killed
Hallows
themselves with
tattoo.
the Elder Wand?
Oh.
If someone killed themselves with the Elder Wand, would they still own the wand?
No.
No.
Would they? Nobody's there to own it. They're not there to own it.
But it's whoever killed the
It
previous
goes
owner.
back to death.
If it's gonna go back to death, it'd be probably actually right.
I just pulled that out of my
You
ass.
pulling out your ass is actually the-
It ain't wrong.
That's
It
how good of a
actually-
writer you are.
it's
Now you need
probably-
AI to help you.
Make a
actually
book.
right, though.
Now you need AI to help you
Because
write.
all 3 of the Deathly Hollows came from death to start. So
Yep. Why didn't Death make
That's
an
what I'm
appearance in
saying.
the
Something
movie?
come from nothing.
Does anything get like super interesting with that storyline from death?
yes, but I'm not gonna say anything. I actually
Okay, I'm
want
just
you to read
curious
it.
if it does or
Thank
not.
Or you can wait 10 years for the 7th season to come
Can't
out
wait.
of that fucking show.
I hope I'm alive.
We will
I hope they
spoil.
don't switch actors halfway through.
We will spoil everything for everyone in the in the Patreon.
In
channel
episode
of this.
726.
No, just kidding.
Wait, we have a Patreon?
No, we don't.
We should.
Have that if you want. I'll
No,
grab another
no one will spend money.
Planks might.
Planks might spend money. He likes our
He's
our
gonna
stuff.
make you some signs, isn't he?
He is. We're gonna
Oh,
work with him
sorry,
on
I
some stuff.
assumed. Maybe for all I know, he,
I
him is
hope so.
actually a she, her.
Planks.
He'd love that joke. He loves pronouns. Didn't you know that?
They're his favorite.
They're his favorite. I hope I get commented on this. You love pronouns.
So there's a funny video I found on YouTube where it was, I think it's also Gits is the name of the channel. They do these like raunchy cartoons, and it's Mickey Mouse sitting around a boardroom table with Goofy and Donald Duck, and
I've
they're
seen
sitting
that.
there looking at all of the gingers they have on this all this ginger characters they have on a board.
Wait, what?
Tony
And they're
there?
talking about race swapping all the characters. Now they're in like a game with Warner Brothers
Yeah.
about who can race swap the most characters. And Mickey Mouse says, if you race swap a ginger, it's like 10 points. And then someone from Warner Brothers calls Mickey on the phone while they're in their board meeting and says, "We just got the rights to Harry Potter. We're gonna race swap the entire Weasley family."
Am I technically the biggest minority? There's only 2.3% of the human population that's ginger.
I don't think you count.
No.
I don't
think-
count.
Does
No.
that chin count?
Just
No.
your chin,
Just my
yes.
chin.
Just
You
your chin.
as a person, no.
No.
You as a person.
You don't know
Chin
what down there looks like? Maybe it's like
Okay, we'll
1/8
count
of
your
you.
penis too.
chin chong chingity ching ching chong.
it's small and red. Leave me alone.
All right, guys, should we move into the war room?
I suppose.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think it's about that time.
What are we talking about?
In the war room?
Pokemon.
Oh my gosh, that's a good topic. I'm gonna write that down.
Digital monsters.
Digimon,
Good one.
Digimon, digital Pokemon, Digimon, Pokemon champions. Sorry, I failed.
No.
Move it along, host.
All right, fine. Moving into the war room in 5, 4. Diddly-doo, 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 diddly-doo.
I formally request that to have this ignorant brute outside.
Mr. President, I think they're trying the number.
You filthy bully, you filthy, you surly guy. I've tasted your ass before, eh? You war mustering bully.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
And we are in the war
I'm
room.
just saying, there was no clap at the beginning of this thing.
We don't clap
There ain't
anymore.
anymore.
We got rid of the clap.
We don't have to clap
You know,
anymore. But
probably
now we're in the
very
war
happy
room.
for you.
And for this episode of the War Room,
doctor
we are
go.
coming to the show with our favorite animes. So every one of us has an anime. We're going to give a very short summary of the anime itself, and then we'll hammer it out, see if any of us can pick a favorite
What
among
if
the
we
four.
double down on them?
What do you mean? What if you choose your own? I'd expect... What does double down mean?
What if I pick one and another guy thinks that's his too?
Technically, what you pick is my favorite show of all time. So
Okay. How do you know what I'm gonna pick?
So Slim can
'Cause-
start. Sounds good.
All right. I will pick mine. Or I'll go with mine first. So for
me.
this was actually a really tough one. It
For me.
was really difficult to pick a favorite anime.
Powerpuff
It's
Girls.
favorite anime, by the way.
Yeah. Didn't I say that?
Nope.
Oh,
He did.
I don't care.
Oh, I was just
I'm
like,
gonna critique if it's an anime or not. I'm sure it probably will be.
I mean, anything animated. We're not going by the
No,
Japanese
Just
pure.
saying, that's animated is different than anime.
We're not going by the
Us three
Japanese
are-
purist
Ow.
argument.
No, us three are actually picking anime. He can pick whatever the fuck he wants.
yeah,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
I don't watch your quote unquote anime.
We gave Slim a handicap
That's
on this
fine.
one.
I need it.
So
that's fine.
for my choice, I went with one that I don't think you guys will be very familiar with. Maybe Jamie
I'm
will.
screwed then.
The anime is called Record of the Grand Crest War.
I watch that every night.
I've watched that actually.
Every night.
Yeah.
I found
I watch
Record.
it while I brush my teeth.
It's a very
You
short
brush your
show.
teeth at night before you go to bed. Gross.
Yeah, don't you?
Gross.
I'm more of a once a
Every
week
night,
kind of
once
person.
a week.
I brush my teeth for 10
Your
seconds.
fiance would be yelling at you right now.
Yeah,
I
she
feel
would.
if you said that.
I'd be
Gotta
dead.
polish my wooden teeth.
So,
Dental hygiene.
She wouldn't even get a minute into one of these, so I'm fine.
Record of the Grand Crest War is an anime following a typical sword and shield hero who is in this fantasy universe where there are magicians, so there are spellcasters, but everyone else is pretty normal soldiers. There are also magical monsters in the world that are demonic-like, and the more of those you kill, you gain this symbolic power called a crest that ranks you up in the rankings of nobility.
It's a video game.
And there's a grand emperor of the world, and if all of the crests that everyone has are united into one, they could push back and defeat the darkness. But there's a bunch of conspiracy behind all of these different factions trying to bide themselves for power, and this faction in the background trying to eliminate all the leaderships to guarantee that none of the factions bring all of the crests together. And I genuinely love this show. It's a nice, simple, concealed story, 26 episodes.
It's concealed.
It's a concealed story.
No
so
one else can see it?
beginning, middle, end.
Oh.
That's what I meant. You knew
Sealed
it.
to carry.
Sabotaging
It's
me on my fucking show
It's
run.
not the word you're looking for.
I love
Contained.
Sephiroths.
Sure.
If I contain story, fine.
Or Seraphiths? What's that word?
I'm gonna go
The
last.
Seraphim.
Seraphim. That's the word.
That's
Sorry.
from. I think you're thinking of Zexiel X.
Probably. Who knows?
Tales of Zexiel X.
I don't know. That's the one I liked over that one.
That's a really good one too.
Anyways,
I was
don't wanna
debating
ruin your
between
turn.
the
Keep going.
I was debating between those two, but Record of Grand Crest War, I actually think it wrapped up really well. I like that it has, a love story in it. It has really good animation and action. It has a really expanded universe, a lot of political intrigue that's very fun. I thought all the war and battles they did were really well animated, put together. And Tales of Zestial X, I thought it was just too limited in its scope. It didn't take on a lot of big issues that I think it could have in itself, even though I thought it was a really great show. All right, Slim, you're next, I suppose.
I'm going last.
Oh,
Okay.
pick someone to go next then. I don't,
Jamie.
Okay.
Cody.
Oh.
me. All right.
You don't need to talk anymore. Jamie.
Fuck you too.
Fuck. Just
Fuck you too.
I'm joking.
let's
Yeah, you're
go
silly.
around.
You're so fucking funny. Jamie, why don't you run with yours then?
Okay, so my favorite anime of all times, and I already know Jimmy's just rolling the eyes in the back of his head.
If it's One Piece,
It's
gonna.
not One
I'm
Piece.
I was
stand-
gonna say because I tried to get back into that the other day.
Nobody.
It's a
Yeah, okay,
goddamn chore.
I'll say really quick. I loved One Piece. I still love One Piece. One Piece is not a show for people just to get into now and
What's One
expect
Piece?
you to watch 1,072 episodes to
What?
catch up.
Hey
Yes.
man, I'm 370
In counting.
in.
Are they
And-
15
and-
minutes long?
and counting
and
the,
You
counting.
could cut them down to about 10
Oh.
minutes now.
The
and
manga
counting.
isn't even done yet.
The manga's not.
Is it
the
bad
manga,
as like Dragon Ball Z when there's like a
I-
guy going
so-
for
no.
about 10 minutes an episode?
So here's the thing.
No, it's worse.
You don't like watching dudes poop?
This is why I'm not going to talk about
I
this. 'Cause
do.
I respect the hell out of the One Piece. One Piece is.
Hold
one
on,
of those
hold on.
shows-
It's
Stop,
not about
stop.
respect.
No.
I respect One Piece.
My thing with One
It's
Piece
just
that I
impossible
love-
to get into.
No, and that's so. It's not. The thing
No,
is,
the first 3 arcs are really good. But
I think One Piece was easy to get into.
First
The thing
3
with One
episodes?
Piece that I loved about it was that it's a story
Those seasons?
basically about a dude who just wants to be the king of the pirates, but it's literally. It starts from the very beginning of his journey.
Yeah.
Him getting all of his crewmates, him getting to like the point where he is now. I mean,
So
It
it
makes
doesn't jump a single
it
beat.
doesn't jump a single beat.
This show's been
There's-
going on for like 26 years.
It's a long
no
show.
way.
Yeah.
It's the longest running anime for a reason, and there's still 5 years left till he wraps up the manga. He said
This is gonna be 31 flipping years.
probably, yeah. But that's not my favorite, so I don't want to talk about that right now.
Oh,
my
you-
favorite that I
Oh,
grew
you
up
didn't
with-
want to talk about it?
My
kinda
brought it
brought
up.
You brought it up too.
yeah, because you
My
It wasn't
favorite
him.
that I loved more than anything growing up was with Naruto. I loved the ever living hell out of Naruto, and when they ended up going to Naruto Shippuden.
Oh, yeah, are you
after
talking about
that-
both of them, Naruto?
I'm
and
going to
Naruto?
talk about both of them
Okay,
because to
yeah.
me it's
It's a
just
continuous
it's a
story.
continuous story. There's the 2-year time skip or
What
4.
about Boruto?
It's not 4. It's actually 3.
What about Boruto?
I appreciate Boruto for Naruto.
What's Baruto?
It's
It's
about
a
his son
sequel.
later
Do I
in life.
care?
No,
Yeah.
You don't care.
no one
No.
cares.
You don't care.
Got it.
It's
No.
it's really good in the manga. The comic strayed. The first 170 episodes are all
hell is
filler.
manga?
You don't want to watch it.
Yeah, it's
What is a manga?
I'm straight.
It's a comic.
So I don't know.
So
It's a Japanese comic that you read backwards.
Got it.
So that's
That's
all you
why I
need
would have known.
to, that's all you need to know. But anyways, no, Naruto is. If you talk about One Piece, where it's a simple story of he wants to be king of the pirates, Naruto is a simple story of he wants to be the Hokage, which is just
King of
basically
the
he wants to be the leader.
I
of his,
get it. You
he just
want to rule
yeah,
stuff.
he just wants to be the leader of his
a
village.
bunch of Hitlers running around in these.
the whole show is
Wow.
just essentially like
Anime is a bunch of Hitler.
there's a lot to it, but it's essentially Naruto Uzumaki, who basically is an orphan child, starts out as who just wants to be like
He
prove
wants
it.
to be the very
Yep.
best.
If you want to get the Pokemon, same thing. But
Like 6
he
people
wants
before
basically
him
the whole
was.
village to recognize him and know that
Is
he's
Pokemon
not
an
just
anime?
garbage.
It is.
Yes.
Yep.
Pokemon is an anime.
That's considered
That's a
one.
good
That would be
show.
another one.
Yu-Gi-Oh's an anime.
Ash is finally not 10 years old anymore.
He
It
did
only
it.
took 40 years.
It only
He
took
did it.
30 years, and he's done. It's
He's
'cause
a
he's no
hero.
longer there.
Right.
But
Do you think in the spin-off that'll be his child or his
I don't know.
prodigy or
I-
something?
I think he'll be a gym leader.
I stopped watching.
That's the
everything
best way to
after-
do it.
After they got
He's
into
the
Sun and
final
Moon stuff.
boss.
No.
When I loved X and Y,
He's some
actually, I
bitch.
watched Pokemon up through
He's gonna be
that.
in charge of the water
When they-
gym or something.
There's no way. Like,
I loved watching Pokemon.
Go
My wife actually watched Pokemon.
Star
with me
you.
at because it was just like kind of a fun show
It's
to
got a
watch.
bunch of carbs.
And then they
Magic
switched
carbs.
from X and Y to
Guys,
that
come
Sun
on.
and Moon one.
I can't hear him.
That's fine. But when they switched to Sun and Moon, the art style changed, and it just lost everything for me. It was just it went from like going really cartoony to kind of having like this more serious artwork that was like this actually is kind of cool to watch in X and Y again. And then Sun and Moon brought back the cartoony stuff. I'm like, nope, I hate everything about this show again. So I couldn't get into it, and I don't know what they're gonna do with this new one. If hopefully it's better, but
Going back to the original point of Naruto, though.
it was awesome.
Are you just a fan of the big three then?
Oh, the big three are the best three.
Well-
Our
Bleach is the big
generation.
three.
You like
Right.
Bleach too?
I
No,
love
Bleach.
Bleach.
Wasn't the big three,
Bleach
was it?
was big three. Our big three of the generation for us was Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. The
What's
previous
Bleach?
generation would have been
Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball Z. Bleach is about. You're gonna get me into Ichigo Kurosaki,
Very
and he's a
basic.
Soul Reaper.
And
and
he's
he
ginger.
basically-
Ugh.
Cody loves him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And he's
it's
basically
dumb.
his whole story is he's got way more to the story, and that show just came back after a 10-year hiatus.
1,000-Year Blood War.
1,000-Year Blood War. It was the final chapter of the comics.
I haven't watched
I'm gonna
it.
use comics to the manga.
I
for
got no. I
for
got that.
Slam. But no, that thing basically they ended with one arc left in the entire show to animate, and they didn't do it. They stopped because it was kind of a dying show to animate, and people didn't want it. And they made the last arc, or the last chapters of the manga. It was about 100 chapters it took to finish it, and that's my only complaint with this now is that they've gotten to like the 70th chapter in about 20 episodes. I'm like, you really rushed it.
Yeah.
So it's been animated really well, but it's
Yeah, but you're one to stick around for 1,000 episodes, so
exactly
streamlining it. I kind of
Not a terrible idea.
Well, as far as like
how
what
you
the
like to watch.
what it means to be like the big three, because there's
The big three is our generation.
yeah, but then every
Yeah.
generation subsequent has had its own big three.
So previous to us, it would have been Dragon Ball Z, Full Metal Alchemist, and actually I think it was Sailor Moon. were
That
actually
sounds-
those three.
Well, wouldn't it have been Yu Yu Hakusho?
No, Yu Yu Hakusho was before that. It was Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter,
Nerds.
and there was one more with that. I don't know. That was the Dragon Ball Z one maybe.
It might have been because
And
I
then
feel
it
like
was, and there was Sailor Moon, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and there was one more with that one. And then the current generation
Really don't.
went from Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer,
My
and
Hero.
My Hero Academia, and I think there's actually new ones now they've started talking about, but they're nothing's
down.
new enough that they care for.
Going back to what you're fighting for, Naruto. I didn't get into it until it was well over and done with.
Yeah.
So this would have been like, I don't know, 3 years ago or whatever. I watched all of Naruto and I was like, yeah, it's pretty badass.
is there anywhere to find Shippuden dubbed in
Hulu.
English? Hulu?
Hulu.
No,
Did
it's
they dub
not.
it all?
I can tell you right now it is, at least from seasons 1 through 7,
Shippuden.
Shippuden.
Because I know the OG
There's 18
Naruto is.
yeah.
there's 18
Shippuden,
seasons, but you
yeah,
can at least
yeah.
do the first 7
basically how the
seasons
first
on
theme
Shippuden.
song
I don't know
goes.
what's going on.
I'll check it again. I don't think that's true.
I can tell you it's true because I just was watching them literally last night.
I
On the
don't believe
website
you.
I pirated
So-
from, they're all dubbed.
I like you say stuff like that, and then I check it out, and like 10
Jimmy
minutes
doesn't pay
later,
it for
and then
good
it's not
Hulu,
there.
so-
And then you're like, oh, I don't know. It was there when I looked at it last.
We can watch it tonight.
We could watch it tonight. I would love to.
What's
Because
your
here's
favorite arc out of
Actually, I
Naruto?
want to watch. I want to watch my favorite. I
Beginning
changed my
or
answer.
Shippuden?
Did you change your answer?
Out
Is
of
it
all of them.
Pokemon?
We'll get
Out of
there.
all of them.
Okay,
then
you're
I'll
last.
just probably
Okay.
jump right to the war arc because it's like 4 seasons of just.
You a big fan of Madara?
Ugh,
Not
yes and
really?
no, I
Obito
thought-
more?
I was very just. I was a big fan of the Uzumaki clan because I loved how they did all that stuff. I think the Uchihas really got overwritten and overhyped.
Yeah.
And I
Speaking
really
foreign
wished-
language to me.
I
It's
get
fine.
it.
What's going on?
And
It is
I was
Japanese.
it is, but I was a big
so
fan of.
technically, it's right.
I need your fucking internet or something.
I
to log
got
in
you.
So I can do this.
I really enjoyed
I
the
was a
Naruto.
big fan if I needed the Hyuga clan to get way more involved.
I was a lot more interested in them. And
I really
Neji
I
was
really
done
enjoyed
dirty.
the movies. The movies were actually really good as isolated films.
When they talked about visual prowess and how great like the Uchiha clan is for their stuff, it's like, yeah, it's good, but the Hyuga clan is just as good. We don't have anything on them hardly.
They
And
were
that's what I wanted to hear.
way
more
under,
about.
way under.
And that's who the main character married. That's the family the main character married into. So of course I
Hinata.
want to hear more about
What is
that. Hinata.
Hinata? Is Hinata best girl?
No.
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 Yes, but no.
Out of Naruto?
No.
Who do you think best girl is? Because you can't say Sakura because she's worse girl.
Well, hold on.
Everybody
In
hates
Naruto,
Sakura.
are we closing the doors on Naruto? Is that where
This
it is?
Still on Naruto.
But I mean, is there?
I'm
Are we
not
using?
going through all anime talking about best girl waifu
Oh, we're not doing
shit.
that. I
Okay,
wasn't gonna
fine,
do that.
fine,
No.
fine.
Fucking weird. Don't do that.
Fine.
It's like, which body pillow would you order?
You three can do that in your own little thing. I won't be part of that one.
What do you mean? There's no way you don't have
I'll
one.
go Ino.
You know?
It's
Ino.
Katara.
Katara?
Hey,
It's
you
only
have
what I
one. It's
got.
fine.
It's Toph, obviously.
Yeah, the blind child.
Well, they're both childs.
I'm literally looking at this right now.
One's
Seasons
a
1
lot,
through
yeah.
season 7 all have dubbed.
I still don't believe you.
You can come look right here next to me. I'm not moving.
I don't know
You
what's
go
going on
sit by me.
anymore. To be
Hold
honest.
on, hold on, hold on. All right, all
You
right.
We
can tell
shouldn't
because
talk
the
about
seasons
children
are
on the
doubled.
podcast.
So season 1
We
through
take that
7,
back.
they all have over 100
Algorithm. Don't
episodes.
demonetize us.
Season
I
1.
did say this. You're
Dub.
off the
Okay.
rails.
Coming.
You're right.
I know I'm right. I've been right ever since I told you it. Just because you don't actually look.
They
and you say you
literally
look isn't
just
my fault.
updated
Yeah,
it.
they just updated it.
Just updated 5 years ago. Yeah, gotcha.
They heard our live recording.
Anyways, moving on.
We're gonna update it. There's 4 weirdos
Naruto's
talking
the king
about
of the
it.
ninjas. Moving on.
I
Go.
mean, are there any flaws in Naruto that you would fix if you
There's
had?
some filler
all
arcs.
anime. There's all the filler is just
Yeah.
ruins it for everything.
I mean,
Why isn't filler good?
No.
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 Fillers are just
So
used
you're
in
telling
anime.
me? So you're
Filler-
telling me in all animes there's no such thing as a good filler?
There is good
Well, there's the-
fillers to a point.
There's
but
beach episodes, but I mean, there's.
there's
Oh,
fan-
Avatar has a beach episode too. It
they're
actually has
just
2
talking
beach
about-
episodes.
Now we're getting into fan service, and we're not talking about that.
Avatar-
has amazing filler.
Avatar-
We'll get to it.
No, Avatar's
Avatar-
3
No,
beach
we won't.
episodes.
But Avatar's
Actually,
filler episodes.
Avatar's 3
Also-
beach
They
episodes.
They said it's not.
Well, neither is the other one you're going to talk about then.
You don't know.
Avatar's
You don't
not
know.
anime. That's
Avatar's
what you're
closer to
talking about.
anime than the other one you're
What's
talking
the
about.
other one? You don't know it.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
You can guess it
So
by the
I
time
don't
we get
consider
there.
Avatar an anime. I consider it the closest thing America has.
I
to an
have.
anime,
I have one.
which I'll give it that.
I have one.
Okay, okay.
I think the worst thing that ruins Naruto is definitely its fillers. It gets to a point where it kind of hits a little bit of a lull.
Do you share that?
that's-
Do you share that same criticism of One Piece, or do you think every
Share
episode of
that
One
with
Piece
every
belongs?
Anime period.
I think
Gosh,
One
I hope so. One Piece has 1,000 some episodes. I hope
It's-
some
It
fillers
has
are
actually
bad.
almost no filler. in
Yeah,
One
exactly. It
Piece.
has the least amount of filler.
And
Is it all just- I guess
in
it tells
terms
every.
of percentage, that's where I lose Bleach, because Bleach has about, I think it's like honestly over half of the show.
No episodes
No,
can be
Boruto
fillers. They're
is
all
over
fillers.
half.
Boruto, I don't count any of that new shit. Boruto, you don't want to talk about Boruto because Boruto doesn't even get into the main manga, the main comic, until episode 178 in the
Yeah.
manga. The whole first
It's
150
ridiculous.
episodes are just filler garbage
Oh my
because they
gosh.
had to get the show on its feet running so people would start doing it, and that's why the show is called Boruto. Naruto
boring.
Next Generations.
Yeah.
Oh,
And why it
but
was
I
trashed
guess.
so hard when it came out.
And
too.
it was trash bad. But no, for me, it's filler episodes are there to, give the writers a chance to catch up so animators can, do the stuff they want to with, the important episodes. But they get ambitious, like with Bleach, where they did a whole season of one where it was like, okay, well, this season lasted 35 episodes. This should have been 3, and you could have been done and moved on. And Naruto does it in the original Naruto out of the 207.
the last 100 episodes is like all filler.
It's the last 50, but yes,
Yeah.
it's bad towards the end. And then Shippuden isn't any better when they get to the point where they're in the war arc. They got to the point where, I don't care for spoilers in this one, Madara is using his jutsu to try to put him under a genjutsu, and they show fillers of what all of them are dreaming about, one important character at
I
a
remember
time.
that.
And it's like, okay, this was covered in about 5 chapters in the manga. We just spread this out for 20 characters to have 5 episodes apiece because we need people to have time to keep watching our shows so we can make money.
Jeez.
And I don't agree with that, but it was the show I grew up with, and it was the very first intro to anime I ever had. So
A lot of people had that as like their first intro, and I just never got into it until way after it ended.
I think Records of Grand Crest Ward doesn't have any filler episodes.
Doesn't have none. For 26 episodes, it better not have
It
any
really
filler.
doesn't. But I mean, a lot of the smaller anime where they're concealed inside of, 30 or less episodes, and I'm rounding up, but 30 or less episodes. I don't think most of those shows have filler.
I think
No,
any of
because
those
it's
who
all,
have
it's all contained,
I
like
think
really.
I think if those
no
have a
fat
filler
on the bones
if they have a
kinda
filler
story.
period, it's either a fan service episode, like you said on the beach.
No,
or
they
my
all
point,
they always go to a steam bath.
that, or if they
Oh,
don't have that,
yep.
and they just have a filler because they're catching up
The
on
hot
that.
springs.
It's actually, in my mind, I consider it a failure because it means you could have waited 2 extra weeks to fucking start this show. You don't need fillers for 30 episodes or less in my mind. That's completely pointless.
Well, I always thought that, like, one thing that One Piece would have benefited from was what Dragon Ball did with Kai. I think if you can cut One Piece down by 30%.
And I don't agree with that because
Dude, I've been stuck on the fucking what's the park episode or arc?
Arlong Park.
No, not Arlong. I'm after that. It's like all the zombies, shadows.
Oh, you're in Thriller Bark.
Thriller Park. That shit is taking so fucking long.
It's your first introduction to like the second crocodiles, like your first warlord you meet.
Right, you get
after
into the
Mihawk,
warlords.
and this is your next introduction to one.
But every episode is just like half of it is reiterating what already happened in the last episode.
Yep.
So you could just literally have 10-minute fucking episodes.
I'll tell you right now, when you are watching One Piece, I can tell you 100% you can just skip to minute 5 of every episode, and you can be done with 3 minutes left every time.
Yeah.
Can
Why?
I just
Do it.
Can I just
Because the last 3 minutes is just next time on One Piece,
Oh.
and the first 5 is just previously.
What
on One
happened
Piece.
last time?
It's
Yep.
the previously, and it's the freaking.
And there's
it's
nothing
the
wrong with
2.5
that,
minute
but if you're
opening song.
binging it,
Yeah.
So if you like the opening music, which I did, I would always watch the music.
I only
It's like,
like the
yeah,
first one.
and then it's like skip.
You
All
guys-
right, I'm back to where I want it. Basically, if you get to the point in One Piece where they're like telling you the title of the episode, you're good. That's your starting point.
hold up 1 second? Have you guys seen the YouTube short where it's like, "Men, what do you want?" And then it cuts over to this Asian girl. It's like, "Men just want to get Super Saiyan and then discover the One Piece and become the Hokage."
You're not wrong.
and learn the jutsu and do all this other
there's
stuff.
that one dream. That's that one reoccurring dream I have. All right.
Just become Super Saiyan. All right,
Nerd.
it's time to move on. Cody, your turn. What are you at with anime? Obviously, you have plenty to contribute. It sounds like so.
My favorite. Was that sarcastic?
No,
I know you sleep at night.
didn't ask.
It's in a bed, right?
My favorite
That's
is
hot.
Attack on Titan.
Good choice.
By far. Mostly because
Solid.
I'm a storytelling guy. And if it's got a good ass story, I'm in. And Attack on Titan has one of the best. And it's like one of those. You get a story or whatever where they put like a mystery box in front of you in the beginning.
Very first episode. Big
Yeah,
fuck
the
you for
basement.
telling-
and whatever.
Season 2, episode 20, or whatever the fuck.
But it's one that actually delivers and was planned out. The story was planned out from the get-go. It wasn't like, here's this mystery, we'll figure it out as we go. As
Yep.
there's a lot of shows I'm watching these days that are doing. But Attack on Titan, and to summarize it, what would be a good way
Titans
to fucking
Attack.
summarize it?
that's exactly it.
hey, I did it. I haven't
Yeah,
even watched
but
They
it.
get
Giants.
attacked by Titans.
See,
Yeah.
I did it.
The Titans attack.
So-
the Titan,
The
so
last
there's
remaining
this.
survivors
Yeah,
of
there's
humanity.
this. Yeah, last survivors of humanity, supposedly. Spoilers.
Wow.
Live
Can't
on-
watch it now.
Live behind 3 walls in a remote island, and they're always attacked by Titans or whatnot until one day they finally break through the walls that they live behind, and you're
The
following.
Titans do?
Yes.
Okay.
Shocker.
And you're following the story of really this group of friends, but
Shujinsu.
there is one kid, the kid
It's
named
actually
Aaron. Aaron, that's the protagonist.
That's a really white guy name.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
Just
He's
saying.
got black hair, too. I mean,
Actually, they're all European except for
Mikasa.
Mikasa,
Ackermans.
who's
The Ackermans.
Oriental.
Is he from Canada?
His name's Aaron Yeager. So I'm pretty sure he's
No,
German.
I'm talking about Canadian.
Mikasa's
No,
a
he's-
girl.
German.
German. Sounds like it.
The Oriental one you're talking about?
Wait, what are we
there's
talking?
There's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy in there, too, Armin
Is his name
West.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm stop making
Can't wait for you
jokes.
to edit.
Come on,
Can't wait for you
I'm
to edit
gonna
all of this out.
stop.
the survivors of humanity have retreated behind 3 walls, running away from the Titans who eat humans. So they're colossal
They're
monsters.
guys who eat humans.
Yep.
That's weirdly one of my biggest fears is getting eaten alive. I don't know why.
By what?
Because you saw the movie
Exactly.
Frozen.
What would eat you? You're a human.
Frozen. I don't know. Maybe a
Is it
crocodile.
Frozen?
We got a lot of
You'd
those
be
up here.
way,
A
you'd be
snake.
way dead before that thing ate you.
The death
But the,
spiral.
The thing would chomp you and spiral, and you'd be dead instantly.
It'd be a cool ass.
Nothing
death.
would eat you alive.
And the story follows these
Nothing.
3 kids who are inside the walls who
Whale?
witness the Titan crash through.
Just kidding. I stand incorrected. A whale
talks
could
talk.
eat you alive.
A whale? It would probably
I
wouldn't.
said nothing
Let
could
talk
eat you
stop.
alive.
He does it best.
Oh, you said
And
a-
he said a whale.
Summarize my
I was
show.
like, just kidding. I'm correct. I'm incorrect.
Summarize the Cody show.
He won't let
Sorry.
me.
No,
You won't
I won't let you. Tell him
That's
to
my
shut it.
bad. I'll shut up. I've had a few
red
drinks
shirt.
tonight.
Attempt number 3. Put it on the screen.
You gotta edit it, so go
Yeah.
ahead.
I don't know. You're like walking a fine line trying to, like, to summarize this show without spoiling anything. It's like the real interesting shit is like when you get
We're
deeper
about
into
an
the
hour
show.
into this episode, and I'm sure the show is old. Go ahead and spoil whatever you want.
No, it's still ongoing.
It's still ongoing. The best stuff is yet to come
so
too.
who cares?
The
Spoil
manga's
it.
done
It's
though.
only just begun.
Well, the
I love mangoes.
You should.
the author of the story the author of the story did an interview where he said that even though they had concluded the manga, that the anime was going to be going in a slightly different direction. He was going to use the anime to course correct some of the issues he had with his final work, and that the anime is actually the conclusion of his story, the way he means it to
Well, it's
end.
kind of like George R.R. Martin with House of the Dragon. He's
Yeah.
like, he didn't really like his book that much, and he's making a bunch of changes with the show. And
Yeah.
everyone's liking the show so far. So
I love House
Are you
of
talking
Dragon.
about the House of Dragons?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's-
That's what I
I've
said.
heard good things. I didn't watch it because I hated the end of, obviously, Game of Thrones.
House
it
of
is his own story, and it's really fucking good.
Yep,
I'll
it's
have to
definitely
take a
worth it.
chance on it then.
But I'll try to get Attack on Titan. So the survivors of humanity are running away from these monsters called Titans. They're
Do we know
large.
why?
They're eating
You
them.
find out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
could be
big
more to it.
part is just try not to get eaten.
Okay.
So that they're basically just trying survival mode. In fact,
Okay.
they lose a lot of their historical knowledge when they retreat behind the walls that exist. Then humanity settles inside the walls. They create farmland, they agriculture, and they survive for 100 years without the Titans having found a way through.
Is there very few of them?
There's,
Is that why they can't find it?
I think it's like 500,000. Oh, humans?
No, I meant Titans.
There are
We don't know.
presumably infinite amount of Titans. That's how humans.
How wouldn't they find them?
Think of
I
how
know
they're-
I'm
think of how
trying to
many
pull closer.
human-
I'll stop.
No, the Titans have not found a way into the walls.
Oh, that's
We
different.
got big ass walls.
Yep.
Okay. That's
And-
different.
Meters high.
Okay.
And
Which
so
which hold a secret too.
and humanity has
Big one.
so humanity settles
lot
in
of
the
big
walls
ones.
and they get comfortable. They live for about 100 years, and the 3 main characters are just these young kids at the time when the story starts. And
Jaeger wants to break free.
yeah, the main
Is this a
Kill
musical?
zombies.
I love it.
the main character wants to
Watch that.
explore the world outside the
AOT, the
walls.
musical.
That's his calling. That's what his call to action is for himself as a character. Well, the day the episode starts, a colossal titan, a new type of titan that they have not witnessed
Bigger
before.
ass
So
Titan.
he tall.
Yeah,
Tall
he
as
breaks
fuck.
through. He breaks the
armored.
wall.
He's
He
armored.
No, that's the other one.
so the
Yeah,
colossal
armored
titan
and colossal.
busts through the wall,
Okay.
and all the walls are made of the same materials. So this is
Oh, the rest are fucked.
yeah. The rest are fucked. That's what everyone's thinking.
That's what I think.
So the colossal titan vanishes after he breaks the wall, and humanity retreats into the
Now I'm
second
intrigued.
behind the second wall.
It's a really good
Watch
show.
it tonight.
It's amazing.
We've said we'd do about 4 things today. Can't do
Well,
it
that's
all.
only about
Attack on Titan takes precedence.
That's in the first 3 minutes of the whole show.
Yeah.
You can get it.
That's a lot of information.
Well-
there's a really good narration
Because
in the
it's
beginning.
written for
okay.
some like smart people that can understand
Don't
stories.
screw people high on pop.
I'm done.
You're fucked, Morty.
I
It
am.
doesn't treat you like you're a dummy like
But
most shows do.
actually, to Cody's point, my favorite scene of any show ever is in the 13th episode of Attack on Titan, because they
Very
actually
specific.
so the colossal titan reappears in later episodes of the
Lies
show,
from me 2,000
and so-
years later.
and they're trying to repair the hole that the colossal titan makes, before they get through the
He
second
remakes
wall.
the same hole.
So yeah, before they break through. So humanity in 100 years has never won a fight against the Titans, and that 13th episode is actually the first victory humanity
win.
has.
They
Yep,
kill a Titan.
they kill a lot of Titans, but
Yeah, Titans and people are dying all the time.
There's
Yeah.
a scouting people to kill Titans.
yep.
Oh.
I won't go. It is Cody's.
Little
So
anticlimactic.
I just
there.
wanted to get through the summary.
Everyone dies.
Everybody
Yeah.
dies.
Everybody dies.
Got it.
But I
And
just
it
wanted to
sounds
get
like a good show.
I just wanted to get through the summary. But Cody, you can keep going. With
No,
it.
the reason why I like it so much is just the storytelling and the way it's subverting expectations. Like, it's always keeping you on your feet of where the story is going. That intrigued me so much.
I like the intro and outro music, like the theme music that they have at the beginning and at the end. It's
Yeah.
just amazing.
Well, I got that one like playing on repeat all the time.
Yeah, they have a
So
really good.
Red Swan.
Yeah, they have a really good intro and outro theme songs, and it's just really. Studio Wit, the studio that actually made the show for the longest time, made its bones off of Attack on Titan. And its reputation skyrocketed because the animation in that show is amazing.
Didn't this show start in like 2014 and we're only
13.
and we're like on season 4?
Yeah.
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 What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying
It just took a
they
long
took their time
time.
with it.
It
Oh.
took 10 years to make 4 seasons.
I mean,
They
And-
weren't doing what we were just complaining about for the past hour
an
about
hour
filler.
shoving out so much content and you can't swallow it all.
Every episode means something.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it gets into some weird ass hijinks later in the show too.
Attack on Titan you're talking about?
Yeah.
It's like time travel and shit.
And they didn't need
Okay,
it.
Marvel.
Mental time travel. Yeah, not that gay ass
Mental
shit.
Time travel. What's the difference? You're still time
It's
traveling.
different.
If you could fix one thing about Attack on Titan, what would it be?
If I could fix one thing,
Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it how it is.
What's wrong with that?
I don't.
Run a thought experiment. Just try.
Nothing
All right.
at all.
I'll
The answer I
We'll
wanted.
see you
I
in
like how
silence
One
for 5
Piece and
minutes. While I think
Naruto
one.
is too.
All right. Think of a flaw.
Nice one.
All right. We made it. We made it to Slim's turn.
Oh, is it my turn? So first of all, someone had to guess what I was gonna say.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say Avatar.
I think you're gonna say Pokemon.
I think you're
can't-
gonna
I
say.
can't because it's not an anime.
See,
Quote unquote.
you were all about defending it
No,
before.
I'm not gonna anymore because someone suggested something.
Is it Digimon?
No,
Pokemon?
it is
My Friendly Neighborhood
Dragon Ball Z.
Totoro.
Ooh, DBZ's a good choice.
Dragon
Yeah,
Ball
it was a good
Z,
show.
and I've only watched through the Majin Buu series. or
Well,
whatever
that's-
it
that's
was.
the original Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z, so you're
Yeah.
golden.
Okay,
You're set.
Everything
Yep.
Sure.
after that is different,
perfect. That's all I know.
and that's the only good one.
I really
of the entire
like.
show,
I
too.
like the Frieza and the
Super had its
Cell.
moments.
I like them all.
Frieza and Cell have to be,
They're
and
the
even
best.
Majin Buu. Even Majin Buu.
I did like Majin Buu, but
I
I think
hated
I
Majin
think
Buu.
Cell was my favorite, and Frieza was like a good introduction. But
The point I was saying was, I think between, and I'm talking Kid Buu, so I think between Super
yeah.
Buu, Kid Buu, Cell, and Frieza, these are some of the most iconic villains that exist in anime.
I think so.
like
At
Well,
least from what I
Frieza
know.
definitely.
Frieza definitely, Cell for sure.
Cell was huge. No, I mean, that's
Cell's
only
only
really-
relevant again because he came back in the movie in a different
See, I
form.
don't know
but-
that.
What? No.
Oh,
Android
yeah,
Saga.
in the latest
no.
movie, the superhero one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Android Saga is the referenceable saga when it comes to
Android
talking.
Saga was huge. At least- I
It's
mean, that's
the-
everything
Dynamic
I
Saga
know.
is the biggest one.
No, everything Frieza is the biggest one.
Frieza's
I guess
the
the-
best.
the
When you get
Saiyan-
Super
If I
Saiyan-
talk to people who talk about Dragon Ball Z other than you
Is it
people,
the Saiyan and then the
do you
Frieza
mean, you
Saga? Is that what
people?
you're talking about?
that's Goku going Super Saiyan the first time was the Frieza saga.
And
Yeah,
then
I know
Super Saiyan
that.
kind of became
That's
a
the
joke
main one
after
in me.
that.
No.
To me, everything after that is
No. Gohan
It's
going
too
Super
extra.
Saiyan 2 was the
Gohan
best.
going Super Saiyan 2 in the cell. I love that scene.
That was
What
the
about
best.
Super
But
Saiyan
that-
3, 4, God.
It's, yes,
Blue,
it's,
I
red.
don't know
it's
any
hot
of that.
garbage from
Yeah.
that point on.
I don't know any of that.
Power scaling sucks
I
in that
obviously
show.
stopped at the right point then, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Because I stopped right after the Boo saga.
The
Right.
only problem with
So you only get 3 Super Saiyans.
the only problem with your not with the
See, I don't even remember Super Saiyan 3.
because it happened for like
Probably
one-
not.
it
I was
happened
going to say
one
fight,
time
huh?
over the course of like probably 20 episodes.
All right.
That's probably why I
That's
don't
it.
really remember it. This is
He
a
never,
long...
and he never used it. Yeah, he never used it again after
Yeah.
because it's too draining. So that's why we had to be better at Super Saiyan
Yeah.
1 and 2, and that's why we have Super Saiyan Blue.
All I really, really remember is the Saiyan, the Frieza, and the Cell sagas are what I really remember.
I
The
genuinely.
Majin Buu is a little more hazy because I haven't watched it for years, but
I was high the entire time.
Well, the
I was
Namek
not.
saga, the Namek
But-
saga has a bunch of flaws in it. I mean, Frieza may be the most iconic villain, and he's the nemesis. He's the nemesis in all of Dragon Ball. But
I like how-
but everything surrounding Frieza and Goku's epic fight in Namek is hot garbage. Between Krillin getting his power up and then that meaning nothing, Gohan getting his power up and then that meaning nothing, Piccolo getting his power up and then that meaning nothing.
I gotta disagree with you.
that
on
happens every arc with
That
those
is every
same
arc.
characters.
I'm not done.
And there's a reason I don't
Then
like
you have the Ginyu
Android,
Force and all of that nonsense.
I hate the Ginyu Force.
There you go. Now you're figuring it out. The
I-
Ginyu Force is terrible. Vegeta's redemption arc, as it is in the Namek saga, is hot fucking garbage, and it makes no sense for his
Wrong.
character.
Fake
that.
news.
I'm gonna disagree with you
No.
with the
Vegeta is badass
the
in Namek.
good,
Power-ups
good the
badass.
good sides like getting their power ups. I think it just highlights
The lowlights.
it highlights how much Frieza just didn't need his quote unquote next stage of his level to deal with him.
So
Well,
my
because Frieza's whole thing is he had never trained once before he fought Goku the
Yeah,
first
like-
time.
I like to
exactly.
see
He's
you,
like, I've never gone this stage before, and it was like stage
Like to
4
see
of
you watch
7.
Res-
This is
Resurrection
why,
after-
actually, I think
Yeah.
you and I
Trains for
agree
4
on that.
months.
I think you and I actually agree on this because I think Frieza is one of the best villains.
Yep.
But I think the Android arc, the Android saga,
I think it's better
is a better
written.
saga than the Namek saga. And Jamie's position was
I think
that
it's a-
I just don't think that's. I think it's better than the Majin Buu saga for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's hot garbage.
But it's-
Majin's the worst one.
Majin's
Yes,
the worst.
but I don't-
Namek's
I-
second, and then
No,
Android is
and
first.
And I think the first best.
Well,
one
what
is
about
the
the
Namek one.
well, you got the Raditz, that's an arc, and then you have
That's a Saiyan
Vegeta.
saga.
So I'm
right?
actually
The Saiyan
Saiyan
saga.
Saga's
So
Vegeta.
actually
I
and-
do
agree
like
with
the
that.
Saiyan saga
I
as
think
well.
Beginning Saiyan is the best when it goes from Raditz to him meeting Vegeta for the first time.
The
Most
Saiyan saga.
Especially when you watch it in the original Dragon Ball Z and it's not cut short.
Yep.
It's
I've watched it.
unwatchable. It's
It's not
unwatchable. It
I
is.
think that's the best way to watch it.
The first 25 episodes of the Saiyan arc are
Him
all
and Snake
filler
Path.
nonsense. No,
But
it's
that's
all
exactly
filler
how
nonsense.
it was meant to be. That was the original way it was made.
I don't know what it is with you right now. Are you
I
being
think-
a contrarian?
I think-
like,
I
do
think
you-
you gotta
I
watch it.
100% am a person that.
hold on. I
the
watched
original
the.
I
is
think this
best.
came up on the drive
It
down
did.
here. Yeah.
I was watching Dragon Ball Z, trying to get my brother into Dragon Ball Z the other day. We got 19 episodes in on a binge watch, and he was immediately He was immediately off it as soon as we got.
Revolted.
He was done.
Scarred.
Whatever Dragon Ball Z's
Life.
appeal, he was like, I've seen a lot of stuff online. This looks like it's really cool. We're 15 episodes in. He's like, this is not even close to what I was being sold, and I thought this
Because
was
he
going
was
to get
sold on Dragon Ball Z Kai, wasn't he?
no. He was looking
Clips from the
The
internet.
clip.
YouTube shorts.
He was showing the major stuff, the
Yeah.
cool stuff.
the Saiyan saga.
Slick stuff.
The Saiyan saga should start at the Kame House. It shouldn't be all the 19 filler episodes that exist before that. That was a huge waste of
Not
time.
19. before
25.
the not even. Oh, it's like 3. Before
No.
you get to the Kami house at the beginning.
No, it's not. It's a bunch of filler episodes. There's a bunch of like different colored demons and stuff. I think they go to what's Bulma's dad's no, not Bulma's dad's, Chi-Chi's dad's name. They visit him for a couple like an episode or two.
What's wrong with that like story? I mean, you were just talking about how
The Saiyan
like that pirate thing, whatever 1,000 billion episodes.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, they're all great. Now it's like a couple
Well, then we're
19
just getting into-
episodes.
my
We're
Well, it's
just
because
getting
One
into a
Piece
different
wasn't
thing.
filler.
A 19
Not-
episodes.
almost Not a One Piece is filler. That's different completely.
My position with the Saiyan, like the Saiyan arc or Saiyan saga, is that Raditz is the beginning of that story. Everything that all the episodes that happened before that are effectively meaningless. They set up nothing.
My problem with it is that Raditz is severely underused.
Yeah,
I agree with
He's
that.
one of my favorite villains.
Raditz is awesome. Nappa and Vegeta coming to
Doesn't
Earth
he
was a
die
great.
pretty quickly.
Yeah, he dies like right away.
I was gonna say
Underused.
I haven't seen the show for like years, but I was
No.
like, I remember Raditz don't last that long.
I wish there was any way besides movies to bring Goku's dad into the story better.
Bardock.
Bardock, because the few thing. I mean,
not dead.
Yeah, he's been dead.
He's been dead, but I mean,
How would he bring him back?
Frieza blew up his planet.
Well,
He
his-
has his own like standalone movies and shit.
Oh,
yeah, he's got his
never
own
mind.
adventures, and
I don't
he
need to
actually
know anymore.
he actually
The
opposed
Adventures of
he actually
Bardock.
opposed Vegeta when, or I'm sorry, not Vegeta. He opposed Frieza when Frieza blew up.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, that's in the show.
Yeah, but
I
it's
know
small.
that.
It's a really small thing, and I think Bardock is a good
yeah.
character. That's all I'm saying. Is Bardock is a
Okay.
good character.
I was gonna say,
Should
I know
get
that
more.
from the show.
I would like more background story for her.
Yeah.
Well, then watch the goddamn movie.
I've seen the movie. I want more. I'm not done.
I need more.
My cup not full.
My cup
not runneth over.
overfloweth.
But if I was rating them, I would say the Majin Buu saga is probably bottom.
There's gonna be like a
Yep.
separate poll.
I
What's
would
your favorite
say-
Dragon Ball Z arc.
It's
I would
gotta
say
be.
the Saiyan
At this
saga,
fucking point.
then Namek, then Android. I put Androids at the top, Majin Buu's at the bottom. That's how
I would agree with Majin Buu's at the bottom. I don't know. I
It's a
like
power
all
bottom.
those three so much. I don't think I could. I think I would have to rewatch it to
re-rank it.
re-rank it because it's been years.
If you
like,
could
10
watch the
years.
entire show again, but in like a Diet Coke version of it, where it's like all the filler episodes are gone,
I wouldn't skip.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
I
skip-
wouldn't watch that.
you wouldn't skip the filler episodes.
No, I
Not-
think I'd be sitting there like, okay, I want to see some people beat the fuck out of each other, but I wouldn't skip.
No, the
them.
filler episodes are we're gonna go shopping today.
Yeah.
Are
Those
they
are
that
the
bad?
filler episodes.
Oh, they're horrible.
They
what,
can't be
you
that
want
bad.
slice of life anime? You can watch those
I
fuckers play soccer
love-
or
Well, now
whatever.
we're watching this after
I
this
love
podcast.
slice of life anime. I love slice of life.
Is there any way we can get some Dragon Ball Z on
Yeah.
the TV after
Yeah,
this?
it's easy. It'll be.
Now we're doing
5 minutes
that.
deep. 5 minutes deep.
Wow,
Now we got 10 things to
we
do.
got like 10 more shows to watch.
We got 2 more days here. We can do
Yeah,
this.
we got Revenge of the Sith.
We're gonna be
to
outside
watch.
the boat,
We
but
got
if you're
Guardians.
outside, all this is
We
gonna
got
be running in
Guardians
the
to
background,
watch.
So
We're gonna be busy here.
we're doing
everybody.
Guardians tonight because we can just get that out of the way. That's the only one that's a
But I
one and
wanna
done
watch
thing.
Dragon Ball Z.
Attack on Titan.
That's
man.
a lot
That's
of
fine.
episodes to fit
That's
into one
fine.
night.
I'd rather watch
He just
Dragon
said
Ball
Dragon
Z.
Ball Z.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z.
Attack
I'd
on
rather watch
Titan's-
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Attack on Titan's heavy too. So.
It is. Yeah.
You got to pay attention the entire
It's
time.
not going to be a fall asleep to anime for sure. All right, guys. I think anything anyone wants to get in there before we wrap this episode up.
You might have to break this into 2. We can do it.
We're heroes.
Don't worry. I guess
Did
I'll
you watch
it for
the
ya.
Dragon Ball Heroes movie?
No. The animation style turned me off,
Oh,
and
look good. I like that they switched to that 3D.
I like it a lot.
It looked good.
I don't know. I'll have to. I still consider checking it out, but
I'm a
adult
big-
adult Gohan and Piccolo are 2 of my least favorite
Well,
characters.
Gohan's the
Why?
most like
Isn't he just chill nerd?
misused character because he was supposed to be the #1 badass after Cell Saga.
Yeah.
Well, the
And
whole
then
thing
everyone's
is
like,
he was-
no,
supposed to be.
we're bringing
He
Goku
was,
back.
that's exactly it. He was supposed to be Goku's replacement.
Right.
immediately
And
at
they
that
should
point.
have stuck with that.
Yep. And instead they
Goku
decided.
die to send?
Yeah, he died.
Okay.
Worst
Which
character
Didn't
ever.
oh yeah, he died several times. Didn't like him and Vegeta die to him? Because wasn't so
Well,
like, just
Vegeta
as
blew
badass?
himself up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, he blew himself up in the Boo arc. Never mind.
Oh, that was the
Later.
try to kill Boo and he
Yep.
didn't kill
Yeah.
Vegeta survives Cell.
Boo. Vegeta survived, so okay.
Is saying Goku's the
That's why I
shit
gotta
character
rewatch
like a
I think
hot take?
I think Goku's a shit character.
I don't like Goku.
Why I
Not-
think Goku's a
What's
shit
wrong with Goku?
because
He's
Goku's
the
hot
dumbest
garbage.
fucking person
No.
I've ever seen in a
I think
TV
that's the
show
To me,
ever.
the only way that your character remains relevant all these years is we're gonna give him another new power up. It's like
Yeah, dude just
Fair.
changes hair color every year.
it's true though.
Well,
You're
so
not wrong.
here's the test of the character. What is his character arc?
None.
The best.
No,
of
hold on,
all.
hold on. I'm
I mean,
asking.
you're gonna say none
what
of
is
them
his-
or all of them. That's
what-
all you can
Wasn't
say.
he? And you know,
How does he grow as a character?
wasn't he the
He
one who?
puts-
always-
His hair grows.
He puts the 12 universes in jeopardy because he just wants to
Wasn't
fight
he
some
always the
These are
dickhead.
the answers to the question didn't ask.
Wasn't,
So shut
wasn't
up,
he
I wanna hear what
always
Slim has to
one
say.
To like push
Just
like
mad
the
'cause
other
he's
characters to be better
I hate
versions
Goku
of
so much.
themselves. Wasn't that technically his quote unquote his character and his mission? Like he always like pushed his friends and like himself to get like more stronger or better versions of themselves.
So that holds until the end of Cell, but doesn't carry into.
That's all I got. So
Well, but that's why that's what they're saying
Okay.
is that Goku's not a great character because everything after the Cell saga, when he does sacrifice himself to try to get Gohan, he does encourage Gohan.
He's
he
done
does
that. He's
and
done
promote.
that Frieza saga. He
dead.
did that
Let him
during the
stay
Saiyan
dead.
saga. He did.
Yeah,
He
but
was always one to sacrifice himself or draw fire away from civilians.
right, but you develop character when
There are
you've
no
changed.
civilians
When
in
you've
Dragon Ball.
changed, the
He
change.
did that in the Saiyan
There's a lot
saga.
of there's a lot of dogs that walk around.
He did that in the Saiyan saga. They were fighting in a city, and he's like,
That's
"Let's go to the country."
That's the problem. There's no character development if he's the same character back then as he is now. If his whole thing is he's an
Everyone's got a
encouraging
better
father
But
fucking
he's
figure.
the one who's done it.
I like Dragon Ball better when
Right,
he's a
but
kid
it's
fighting the
all
Red
he
Ribbon
does.
Army
That's not
Nazis.
I've
growth.
never watched that.
It's just
I
the
got
same
you.
thing.
Oh, so
Better
you
than
you want to
watch
see
that.
development,
Because
character
there's no
growth.
Super
Yeah.
Saiyan shit. It's just
Yep. That's what makes good character. That's it. It's not shitting on Goku as a protagonist. He's a he's a great protagonist. But that's the criticism.
Does everyone always
And you're
need
fighting
character
Nazis, so
growth
it's even
all the
better.
time, or what's wrong with a character being like, I'm a caveman with a big stick who keeps getting a bigger stick?
not a
Good-
caveman, a monkey.
Good characters require character growth. Good characters
all
require
the time, always.
yeah.
Every single character.
that's what
who's
makes
always
character.
a good character.
That's what makes character
growth.
is conflict and growth. Yeah,
He has a shit ton of conflict.
but no growth. He does the same thing in the Saiyan arc that he does in the Buu arc. It's no growth. It's the same thing. That's the criticism. And it's not like I'm not just shitting on Goku. He's a huge character for a lot of people in like their childhood growing up, and he's an amazing character in the show. And he's the show actually. If it wasn't him, that show would be a different show entirely right
It
now.
wouldn't be one.
I don't think that's better or worse.
That's
I just
why
think
the
that's
new season is gonna have. It's all about Goten and Trunks.
We
as
need
kids
that.
growing up.
we need that.
We do need that because it needs to shift focus, and they need to get back on Gohan, and they need to just say those two are done, but they're not gonna be because now it's gonna go into the freaking Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego stuff, and they're gonna be a big part again when they fight Frieza. And
Yep.
there's too much. they just gotta get rid
Frieza's
of
still a
them.
fucking live.
Frieza
Oh, no,
came
he's back.
again. and
He's
now he
died
has-
like 4 times.
Frieza trained for a whole year now, and now he's stronger than everyone again.
Yep.
It's bullshit. Don't worry.
This is why you ended at the right time.
So glad I stopped watching.
All right, I think we're going to call it there. This is a good long episode. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Third Party Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash the like button.
It's not over.
And nothing is over. Nothing is- But if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, share it around on social media. Let us know in the comments what you think. We'll put up a poll to see which of our anime choices you guys thought was the best. Please make sure to comment your favorite anime below.
If you pick Dragon Ball Z, you're
It
just
was
wrong.
like a 40-minute war zone.
And I want a special thanks to Jamie Mithras for joining us here on the podcast. Thank
I
you
hope
so much
like
for
my
being here.
Minecraft head.
He did it.
He's a hero. We'll hopefully get him in on future episodes. We'll see what time allows for. But thanks for joining us on that, man. Really appreciate it. And we will leave it there. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Don't say bye.
Let's go.
That's our audience.
Let's go watch Dragon Ball Z.
What are we talking
fucked.
about again?
Dragon Ball Z. How that's the best anime ever. Everyone vote for mine.